Hello and welcome back to Dax Overland. My name is Max and in this week's episode I will continue to get this thing back on the road. So the last 2 weeks I installed the seats. Yes, you can't see seats at the moment, but the consoles are painted. I'm waiting for the paint to dry, and in the meantime I will do a lot of miscellaneous stuff that is still missing. After traveling for almost a year in our self-converted G Wagon, Danja and I decided to build a new rig from scratch, our Iveco VM90. And now is the time to apply all these things to the Iveco, build a habitation box and eventually hit the road again and live full time in it. Alright, so next thing on my list of miscellaneous stuff, and I hope this thing will stay some kind of little miscellaneous thing for now. This wheel has extensive clay. I don't know where it's coming from, but I need to check it out. I told you in an earlier episode quite a while ago that our back axle is in quite some bad shape. I found out about that after we bought it. We're properly fucked. There are some chunks. I'm quite annoyed. Like, this is a big damage, expensive repair. So it needs to be overhauled anyways. For now, I really hope that I can just adjust the bearing, get a little bit less clearance on the bearings, and if it needs to be overhauled, it's okay with me, but I would like to get that done with the whole rear axle sometime in the future before we will use the car properly. But for now, I only need to get a few hundred kilometers out of that back axle, going to inspection, back home, and then going to some kind of workshop. So let's check this and hopefully don't find any drama. Those things are so tight. It's crazy. I'm opening with full power now actually, and it's like, I mean, yeah, it's opening it, but it's not just like done and open. Crazy. It's crazy. I'm really surprised how tight those are. Like, I tried it with my breaker bar a while ago and actually broke my breaker bar, but now I understand why. Like, crazy. I think they're supposed to be tightened with around 300 Newton meters, and I think this thing is opening with more than 1,000. I don't know anymore, but look at the size of that thing. It's crazy. Like, the G is like a tiny toy in comparison to that. And now there's some play. So the manual suggests to remove the half shaft, and then you can access that securing nut, adjusting the wheel bearing play. But I guess I will also remove the drum itself because I want to see the inside, like if anything is leaking or if there are other issues. Hopefully not. This was easy. I thought this would give me a fight. I don't want all that dirt on my hands. I don't know if the axle is high enough because I didn't drain the oil. I guess I'll get the axle up a little bit higher because I think it's possible that the oil will run out of this end. But I don't know if there's a seal preventing that. I'll check it up a little bit higher. I already recognize, like, I don't like this at all. It feels like a lot of sand. Like, this shouldn't be there. And I don't know if it's metal or something, or maybe the car hasn't been driven in a while and it's more like a little bit of rust, because I think that would be better than metal. But it feels alright, I think, besides the brake itself rubbing. So here is the stuff I don't really like. It almost feels like, I don't know how to describe it, like really fine sand. And I could imagine that there was just some corrosion because the oil will end up in those places while driving the car. If it hasn't been driven, I guess it's possible that there is some corrosion, and it will get better once we will drive the car again. But yeah, the big question is, where are those grains coming from? And I mean, we have metal pieces in there. This might be the finest pieces coming from the diff all the way out, I guess. I guess that's a possibility as well. So I wouldn't be too shocked about that, but it would be nice if I wouldn't need to change the bearings for now, because I guess they need to be redone with the diff anyways. But I guess I could damage them, like I could damage new ones now again, because of the pieces coming from the diff. So I would really like to not change them. So I already recognized that this securing nut is quite loose, and not everything is like not bombed in there, like it needs to have some play. But I don't know this car yet, but this seems like too loose, I think. But I don't have the special tool for this securing nut here. But if it's already this loose, it's good, because then I don't need a special tool for opening it. But I guess I would need a special tool for closing it again. But we will see. And this is the locking washer. I like this system actually, because on the G you have a securing nut as well, like in the front, and a locking washer, but every time you redo it, you have to buy new parts. And this is reusable, and I like that, because before this I was also wondering, like, what do I need to order? Even if nothing is broken, like what do I need to reorder to reassemble it again? But so far, nothing. That's amazing. So I think I should be able to remove the complete drum now. Hopefully nothing is sticking. Ah, easy. Someone installed the, what is it called, like the automatic brake whatever. It's new. It looks really good in there, like everything is dry. I can't see anything problematic. That is really great. That is so great. There in the back, I don't know if it's some bees comb, like the honeycombs, or is it scales from like a lizard or something? Because oh, it's bees again. Because I found something in the car's frame as well. But there's worse. What I could have found so far, I can live with this. There's a little bit of gunk in this oil sump here as well, but I guess it's normal, and it's really little, and I guess no one really cleaned anything or whatever, so I guess that's fine. It's more like a little bit of oil vapor or whatever you would call that. And the brake itself, the mechanism looks fine as well. There's nothing leaking either. I'm really happy with what I've found so far, but let's check the bearings now. Alright, so here's one. But this looks good. There's nothing. I'm actually wondering if the person who reassembled everything after the brake job didn't reassemble it properly, and hopefully then it wasn't driven with all of that excess play. But there's nothing. That's great. So let's check the second bearing. This is also, I'm not able to show you, but this is an SKF bearing. So I guess it's still an original one, but I mean the car also only drove around 90,000 kilometers, so that's not a lot for truck bearings or any bearings. But in here's another brand. It says Koyo Japan. So I don't know if anything was changed or if they used different bearings from different manufacturers, but yeah, no idea. I can't really say anything about the inner bearing in here, because I think for that to remove it, I would need to remove the seal, and I don't want to remove the seal right now because I don't have a new one, and if I break the one that is in there now, I would need to order a new one, but I can't see any dirt or metal pieces or anything. I also think that the surface here where the seal is sitting looks good. There is that dark mark. I don't know where that is coming from, but I can't feel anything whatsoever, like nothing. It's a smooth surface, so I guess that's fine. And on here where the bearings are sitting is some discoloration as well, but I can't feel anything, and I guess that's a good sign. So I will clean up everything now and guess reassemble it then, like repacking with grease. I'm happy how this turned out. I mean, I will see when I retighten everything if I can retighten it, because if I can't retighten it, there's clearly something wrong in there. But so far, so good. Really, really good. One tip I got in the Iveco group a while ago. So here you have this oil sump, and down here is a little hole. And this hole will drain the axle oil if you have a leak. So you won't have oil all over your brakes. And here, this little tube will drain that oil outside of the brakes. So I will clean this little tube now, because it tends to get clogged. And if it's clogged, you won't drain the oil out of your brakes. Alright, so I think I won't repack it with grease. I checked the manual again and they don't say anything about grease. So I'll just put some more of the axle oil on there, and hopefully I don't need to open it again. But to be fair, it's so quick and easy to open it, so I don't mind if I need to open it again to pack it with grease. But I guess the grease will wash out of there and end up inside of the oil. So maybe no grease. Hopefully no grease. So the manual says this locking nut should be tightened until it's harder to rotate. I mean, this is the brakes now. There were a few rusty spots inside of the drum, and I think they are kind of stopping it. But yeah, I think it gets harder. And then they say it should be loosened by like a fifth turn again. So I will try that and then I will measure it. And I don't have the proper tool, so I just use a bolt and hammer in this groove, but it actually works quite well. So I guess if I'm not mistaken, this should be around 0.06. The manual says 0.05 to 0.2. So I guess that should be good. Alright, it's a new day. I wasn't really happy with my adjustment yesterday and I didn't want to rush that crucial part. So I will try that again now and finish this job. So what you saw in the last clip from yesterday, that this securing nut I think is quite loose. Like I can just move it like this and it's supposed to be loose. But I guess that's too much. I also asked in the Iveco group again, and I guess it's a little bit too loose. And I reinstalled the wheel last night before I stopped working, and also recognized like I don't have enough leverage just wiggling the brake drum itself. So it's much easier with the wheel attached. So I will measure it again now with the wheel attached, so I have more leverage for measuring it and moving it. And then I guess I will have to tighten it a little bit more, and hopefully this nut will be a little tighter. Yeah, I think this is actually almost twice as much than like the ideal. I really don't like adjusting bearings. I think probably it gets better the more you do that, but I don't get the chance to do it often, and I'm happy to not do it often. But I think all the values of like measurements and tightening torques and whatever, it's like so unprecise. It's something like close it until it gets harder to rotate the wheel. Yeah, but what does that mean? Like if I have a 50 kilo mechanic or a 150 kilo mechanic, I guess there will be a difference like of what is tight for them. And then it's like, now turn it back by roughly 1/5 turn and now measure it. And I don't like that. Like, because I once talked to a friend who's more experienced in like working on cars, and he also worked at a workshop, and he was like, no one is ever measuring it, like you just hear how loose it is. And I guess I get that. If you did like 10 bearings, you will just have a feeling for it, but I don't have that, and I won't have it, so I don't like that. So now I can still feel some play, but not as excessive anymore. But this is, yeah, still a little bit loose. I will leave it like this now. I guess once I will get the axle checked, I will get this checked again as well. As I said, I don't like adjusting bearings. I just don't trust myself in a way. But so I will get the half shaft in there now, reseal it, and then this should be done and good to go. So let's close this back up again. That rain, like I have so little space and I don't want to get the axle wet when I put it back in, but it's dripping down there, and the axle is too long and it will be in the wet. So I will just hand tighten this now, because I don't want to squeeze all the sealant out. And then maybe after an hour I will torque it to spec, if I get this in here. Alright, I think that's it for this week. I think this is a good end. Guys, I think we are getting quite close to inspection actually. I think there's not that much to do anymore. So stay tuned for next week's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked this one. See you next week.